Hey folks, welcome back to Rye Guy Plays Games. We have what should be a very enjoyable game here. I'm getting all the figures set up. This is the last round of the Multiverse Clash. Dysole and I are both 2-1, so whoever wins this game will qualify for the playoffs. Um, Now I've won several seasons of OST, uh, so I'm not don't put too much stock into these games. They're for fun, and they should be fun. This will be a really interesting game. Just right off the bat with the ban list, I've thought long and hard about this, and finally settled on what I'm going to do. Looks like Dysole made it. Said 11:30. God damn it. Okay. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. This this thing being an app. We got the real top downs. Well, not the real top downs, but what in the world? Okay. Gosh darn it. All right. Bach burnout. Yeah, we got actual AOA top downs, which is very cool. Uh I think Swarm did a good job with these. I'm just getting all these figures tossed together, and then uh where are those little guys? There they are. There's those little guys. Okay, so that's the AOA pod. That's my AOA pod. That's our classic pod. Now we just need our customs pod, and hers is a handful of different stuff. B11 Brute Guts Rygarn. B11 Brute Guts Rygarn. This is my pod. And here. Okay, let's actually log in this game. Let's see. I assume she'll want to use voice. In the meantime, I'll just grab the rest of the figures since they're here. Brute Guts and B11. Okay. I know which pod I'm gonna ban. I'm gonna ban. Is this the B11? It is a squad of 4, so I have to assume. I know which squad I'm gonna ban. This is the Brute Guts. Alright, yes, those guys. I'm gonna ban Rygarn. Apologize for my lateness. All good. I wasn't exactly ready at 11:30 either. Yeah, worked out. Worked out. Okay, I think that's everyone. So we each had a pod. We're going to ban one of our opponent's pods, and then we'll play those two. Oh, it's in the OST voice chat. Ta-da. Sam, what's up?
A Pixar movie.
I left the voice chat. Sam, how are you doing? We're gonna
I'm
try that
doing
again. Great.
well.
Okay.
Doing pretty well for a Saturday morning.
That's good. Yeah. It's been a while.
I think the last one was the was it ScapeCon?
Did we even play at ScapeCon?
Yes, we did. You remember you put like 5 wounds on Heracles in like in 2 attacks.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we played one game and my Barks popped off.
Yeah. You
That's
you
right.
you 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 knocked me out of making the top cut for that and then went to win the whole thing. So,
Yes. Yeah,
it's cool. It's
that's
fine.
right.
It's whatever.
No hard feelings. Yeah, what's funny is that uh I actually played that same map and matchup in reverse later. Uh yeah, that was an interesting tournament. But
Did Heracles pop off in that one?
uh just barely, just enough. Yeah, it
Yeah.
that the those armies I brought were surprisingly balanced. Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
it's close. I do think Heracles is really good into Varks, and if the Stingers can take out a fair bit of the Varks before you move it to Heracles, it can be really hard to take him down. I could
That's
like
true.
you don't get that exact sequence of plays, and I'm pretty sure you're down to like single attacks the next
Yeah,
turn.
because Wanik was like right there too, I think. That
Yeah,
was that,
it,
yeah, or I think it was Wanik, right? Maybe it was Valda. Um, but
not
yeah,
sure.
yeah, it was, yeah, that was an interesting game. We have another very interesting game. I had to think a lot about this on my run, actually, on what to ban.
Oh, oh, good,
Um,
good. I'm glad I made you think.
yeah,
I did not do as much thinking about this. I'm like, I think this is the right
that's
answer.
that's fair. Yeah, yeah.
We will see. We will see.
Mine have been, yeah. I've had the same pod banned twice, and the time it wasn't banned was definitely a mistake. So, yeah. But that's fine. I'm ready to slot in the ban
Let's
if
do
you
it.
are.
I just dropped in my here's
Okay.
what I want you to get rid of.
Uh, time. Okay, and we can use this roll for placement.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, let's see it. What a good roll. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah,
You are the
I
first person to do that.
thank you. Yeah. I don't know if that is a good thing or not, but I,
I don't know. I honestly am not sure with this particular matchup if it's the right call or not.
um yeah, I let's see. Let me take a look at this map. It is symmetrical. I'll have you place first then. Ooh, we have wellspring water. Wow. That'll be useful for mm, block burn up.
Both of us have both of us have figures that can use it, but not
Not
like incredibly so.
yeah. Well, wait, is it only heroes or is it any figure?
It is only heroes.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess you have Raylan. Yeah, yeah. That's right.
Yes, I do have Raylan.
So
I do have
Raylan
Raylan.
and I have, yeah, Glenerva and Blackburn. I appreciate that it's double space so that like Charos could sit on there. That's cool.
Yes, because Charos needs to be able to heal wounds.
Yeah, well, and maybe take a couple himself. Yeah, that's funny.
Okay, I'm
Let's
trying to
see.
think how I want to set this up.
They have the rules on the
Because
side.
you're gonna have what? You have six squads of the
Oh,
what's it?
yes, I can. Here, I'll get rid of these guys, and then uh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About that many. Yeah, it just fits so nicely in the format. I didn't think about these pods at all, which you can tell because I have Bogburna with no bonding.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, that's an interesting choice.
No, it was not on purpose. This was I submitted this before ScapeCon before I knew which was which. So I just thought I just thought that the exiles were the ones that bonded. I just didn't know the names. Um, yeah. Oh man, I've watched so much Dimension 20 in the last couple weeks. First of all, Porter, what the hell?
So,
Oh my God.
so, so, I am a little bit mad at myself for that because I came 98% close to calling it. I picked up every single clue and talked myself out of it.
I just like uh, the fact that Brennan had this whole bit queued
I
up.
literally sent a message to someone,
Uh,
to a friend of mine that was like, "You want to know what would be the funniest shit ever?" And I sent this in like episode like 9 or 10. So yeah, I was, and he was like, "I'm pretty sure that that's exactly what's happening," and I was like, "I don't know, but it would be funny as shit."
he did a full loose Duke with Porter. I just
It was so good.
I I just he oh my God. Man, fuck
I
that
was
guy.
actually surprised I hadn't heard from you about that because I was like, "You will 100% message me
We
on this."
just, oh my God, we like just got past the temple part where they find out. Like, yeah,
Okay,
we've
okay,
been
so it
so
just
slow.
happened. It's
Yeah,
uh
we like
yeah,
they're
no,
like
that whole episode is phenomenal, and you're not even done with it yet.
yeah, they're like getting ready for a party or something, but like they just figured out like the stuff
Did
with the like
did
teacher evaluation and oh my God.
did they do the confrontation? Not the confrontation. Did they did they do anything? Did they
No,
do
that
any sort of plan with Porter yet?
no, they haven't like
Okay, okay, okay. I'm not gonna say
no.
anything,
Okay.
but that is an amazing sequence.
This is major spoilers for anyone who wants to watch Fantasy High Junior Year, by the way. So we should have said that at the beginning. I don't know if any of our audience
To be
watches that,
fair,
but
it's very likely
spoiler
that
alert.
they will completely forget about this if they ever do get around to it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And also the Unsleeping City. This season two,
Oh, I'm having a great
I,
time with that one.
there's so much. It's so weird because I will watch like a full episode and then like not touch it for a week because I like to listen to it like when I'm doing yard work and stuff. So it's pretty much only
Gotcha,
on the
gotcha.
weekends. But I will say it, these Zoom seasons, like I just don't enjoy them as much, or I thought I did. This season of the Unsleeping City is so goddamn funny.
Yes,
I
yes,
am like
100%.
blown away. This might be one of the most consistently comedic seasons that I've ever seen. And that's like that's like comparing this to like Starstruck, comparing this to Fantasy High. It is crazy how much I am laughing at this stuff. And I think maybe it helps cuz the Zoom is just not the same immersion, but I'm really only ever listening to the episodes. So then it's like perfect. Uh and the whole thing with the questing blade, Brendan is evil
That
for that.
was amazing.
He is
That was
evil for
so good.
that. He is evil for that. That interplay has led to Ricky becoming one of my favorite characters ever, and Cody is like perfect for Murph. He
Cody
plays him
would be
so well.
so annoying if Murph did not know 100% what he was doing
It
with
is.
that man.
it,
If Murph did not know what he was doing, he would be so annoying.
oh my God, him becoming the Jersey Devil, like everything. It's just God, it's perfect. Like the way the story always plays out where he's either just the absolute worst or like something incredible happens and then all of the others have to come to grips with the fact that Cody did something really cool. And it's just like either way, it just is so funny to watch anytime he does anything. I, I
How many swords does he have at the moment?
how many stores?
Swords.
Swords. Oh, he's got the questing blade. He gave the peasant's sword to Ricky.
Okay, okay, okay,
He
okay.
had that one, but then
I
he
won't
gave
say
it
anything.
to Ricky,
I
I
won't say
think.
anything then. You're. I won't say anything.
Okay, I only just got past the balloon episode.
Okay, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
they're
yeah.
like,
Just wait. There is a moment coming up that is like the perfect combination of Murph and Cody. That's all I'm gonna say.
okay.
Anyway, I'm
I
placed.
the bit with the cone of silence was maybe one of the funniest things
Oh
I've ever
god, I
seen.
believe they actually straight up like turned
Yeah.
off their mics or something.
It
So well played on their part. That's so good.
was. I was crying laughing at that. Um yeah, it was beautiful, honestly. And then oh my god, yeah. And then I just got past the balloon episode, so they're like discovering like Gladiator's evil. I think they're gonna head to Nod soon, but that's about all
Oh,
the further I've
have you
gotten.
met the so shoot. No, no, no. I'm not gonna say anything because I'm too worried that anything I say will be a spoiler. Because there's some things in that episode that in that season that are like straight up even just talking about them as a spoiler.
Okay. Yeah, but I just wanted to let you know that like your recommendation to watch it, you really undersold it. I think it's been like, oh my god, it's quickly turning into one of my favorite seasons.
I
Um,
think for me, one of the things was that I think I kind of blitzed through it was kind of because I think what it was that I was trying to blitz through it to get fully caught up on something else for some reason. I don't remember what. Because I do think that that sort of caused me to digest it all super quickly without really taking time to savor it as much. Does that make sense?
Interesting. Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's truly incredible. Yeah, but like again, I watch like a full episode like during a day on the weekend. I'll probably watch more tomorrow too, when
Gotcha.
to do some yard work, but then like just get so busy. Uh, yeah, it's the same way with Fantasy High. We like haven't even like the last week we maybe watched it once. Half the time we're just so exhausted we just head straight to bed. Um, that
Fair
is
enough.
that is life during the semester.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. I will say yeah. The episode you're on with Fantasy High might be the best Fantasy High episode they've ever made. Just because it starts with the whole like it starts. I guess not really start, but like the whole Wanda Childa nonsense. That's where it kind of starts, and then it just goes from there. Do you know what I mean by the
Interesting.
Wanda Childa nonsense?
Yes, yeah, yeah. She's
Yeah,
been
yeah, yeah, yeah.
pretending to be Wanda Gilda for ages now.
Well, and straight up getting herself murdered.
Yeah, that bit.
That's
They
where the
staged
episode starts.
they staged a whole. Oh yeah. Oh my God, that was so long ago. We just taking forever with
That's
this
where the episode
episode.
starts. That's what I mean. This episode
Oh
is so
man, yeah.
indie and
That's
good.
when
Okay.
Chris and Two
Yeah.
and Fabian are like, "Did we actually fuck up?" Then
Yeah,
they
no,
just run. Oh my
everything
God.
that everyone does there is so good, and to explain why it is as funny as it is would require about 30 minutes of explanation.
Okay. I think I'm ready. I kind of fiddled around a little bit with this here, but
Yeah, I'm
I
not
think
100% sure. You know what? I'm thinking I want to change my start zone placement just ever so slightly. Is that something that you're going to allow, or do I have to stick with it as is?
I think I'm gonna be a jerk and force you to stick with it because I'm
No
just
worries.
about
No
to.
worries. It's one of those things where it's like, I think this will work out for me fine if I don't switch, but I don't know.
My start zone is
Anyway,
just homogeneous enough to not. Okay, let's surprise. Let's see. Surprise. There we go. Yeah, I wondered because the tenth have been banned in all your other games, right? I assume.
yeah, this is the first time that I've gotten to play them.
Yeah, on paper it makes a lot of sense, but I think for the matchup I was 95% sure I was gonna have, I don't hate this.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Okay. Uh Do bears look like they're gonna do anything? It looks like it's gonna be a lot of 10th doing stuff. Um, Exiles are sitting in the back. That's good. Exiles are sitting in the back. That's good. I think 1, 2. Okay, I think she's gonna play it carefully. So we're gonna go 53rd, 53rd Exiles. How do we sequence this? It's 53rd. We can go 5. Well, we'll go here and here, and then probably here and here. Yeah, and then drop the X. Okay. Alrighty. I think I'm ready. This is another order marker nightmare here, but that's fine. That's why I banned Rygarn. So you wouldn't have the one up on me. Alright, good luck.
You too.
Okay. One on 53rd. We are going to go 5. Uh, yeah, we'll go here. And here and here. Yeah, we'll stick to here.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were like you you weren't happy with this opening or something that I did.
No, I'm not sure if it matters too much here. Hmm. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, I wonder if she has an order marker on Raylan. No, no. Okay. Okay. I was like, well, that's a weird looking
Okay.
Frostclaw.
Yeah, no, just grabbed the wrong one.
Snagged the chain sticking out. Okay. 2 on the 53rd. We don't need to move. We can shoot some stuff. Let's see. They all have 6 defense up there.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we'll just target that guy, I guess, to start 3v6 from the left. Well, from the rightmost one, I guess. Oof. Well, okay.
That'd
Jesus.
be very worried. So would be like, am I gonna lose
Yeah.
another friggin' bear when I
That
have
would have been wild.
six
Oh,
goddamn?
wow. 5 for 6. Jesus. This is where you blank though. Just polar opposite. Ooh.
Oh, I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna blank here.
Okay. Let's see. I still need to get these cards pulled up first of all. Yeah, Bachburner has 5, I think.
Yes, he does.
Okay, and Glenerva also has 5. We'll count down with the others. Would have liked to lose initiative, I think. Would have liked to lose initiative, I think. Hmm. 3 on the exiles. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're gonna go here. Actually, I think we're just gonna stay right there.
So you're just gonna stay there and not do anything?
Let's see. Maybe I want to swivel. Let's see. Oh, I guess that bear gets. Yeah, it's a pretty bad spot for that bear. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're just gonna bring up this one exile. Is it even worth that? No, I don't think it is. Yeah, we're just gonna hang out right there. Actually, I'm gonna swivel this one over to. Okay, perfect. Oh, well, yeah, well, it's too late. Could have popped up the X,
I
but I need to do that at the start of the turn,
oh, gotcha. I
which
mean, it doesn't matter
it
because
literally doesn't matter, but I don't know. I
yeah,
guess nothing can reach. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
nothing. I don't have any order markers on anything with a ranged attack.
Yes, I just realized that now. Another one was. And it would have been nice to pop off a bear early. Okay. Just gonna lose those bears.
Okay, these are all going to be
Okay.
fairly middling
They
attacks.
all have they all used run, right? Is that
Yep, they all used run.
okay? Well, there we go.
I will take.
There we go. Oh boy. Okay, come on. Not two in a row. Oh, Jesus. Okay, that'd be so embarrassing. These ones have height. Wow. Okay, yeah, middling attack, she says, and then gets 2 kills. Well,
I mean, this is
maybe
roughly
I
what I
shouldn't.
was hoping. Like honestly, I was hoping to kill two, although I felt like one was more likely.
Yeah,
But
the
it
attacks of
looks
one. Yeah, it's gonna be
like I'm getting
3 out
three.
of 4. Holy shit, that was the perfect round for you.
Uh, no, the perfect round would have involved killing that last one. But this was very good. I'm not gonna
I,
pretend like this wasn't a good turn for me.
so unlikely that you even kill 3, much less 4. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I think one is what I'm expected to get there. Two would have been nice. Three is I have no room to complain.
um, okay. I think we're fine with that. Let's do it. Oh, okay.
No,
We did need that initiative after how horribly that
yeah,
last
no, I
round
don't
went.
disagree.
Okay. Um, we're gonna go here, here, uh, here. Uh, yeah, I think that's about as far back as we can we can muster. Okay, we're gonna use a powder pistol here, and well, let's see. Actually, yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay, these will be a bunch of attacks of 3v4 on this bear since Bachburn is reducing their defense.
Nope.
So we'll just start
Small and medium figures.
small
Small
and
and
medium
medium
figures.
figures.
Wow,
They're
okay.
large. I just
They are
checked. I was like,
large.
oh, cool. So
Yeah,
I'm probably
holy
getting reduced.
cow.
I was basically checking to see what the distance was, but no, they're small and mediums.
Wow, that matters so much. I really thought he was gonna help me in this matchup. Okay. Yeah, in that case, these would be 3v5s. Let's just start on that bear still. We'll just go left to right. Okay. Shooting blanks, that's fine. The powder was wet from the wellspring water. That's why the sides of the boards are a little damp. And same bear. Alrighty. Would have been would have been a lot easier with 4 defense. Okay, she's only gonna be able to kill 1 exile, so we're gonna run up and stab the bears, but at this point we've maybe already lost too many. Although maybe she just tries to go for 53rd, I'm not sure. But yeah, that was such a crazy opening, I cannot believe it. Such a crazy opening. I mean, we shouldn't have let her get height anyway. But yeah, I mean, just getting variance to death. First of all, 1v3 is fractionally, just fractionally low chance. And then even a 2v3, 33% chance of getting both of those to go through. So unlikely. Okay, she's gonna go for the XL. Interesting. Ooh, we could roll some defense here. There we go. Oof. Well. I mean, at least we reduced activations. We're really gonna have to stretch out our last 8. Yeah, here I was thinking. Oh, okay. That's very nice of you, actually. Sheesh. Bears
Bears
have
are
been
definitely taking up, or definitely making their points.
Bears have been unbelievably efficient. Okay. Do we really care? I guess we'll. Oop. Okay, Glenerva, what are you doing? God. Okay. I guess her sculpt is
Here, let me fix her.
on top of everyone else. The wings look cool, but man, are they in the way. There we go. Alrighty. Okay. Actually, I think we're gonna just swivel over to here. Okay. A bunch of attacks of 3v4s. Let's start on that bear. I'll just pump them both out. Jesus Christ. All right, and the other bear. Oh, okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. Oh, on that. I was taking a screenshot of the stats. I mean, just unbelievable. I'm ready to call it. Save our time. Well, there we go. Kept an exile alive. Bears soloing an army, a ranged army, not what you expect.
Their entire purpose in this game is to gum up my opponents.
I mean, why do you need to gum up your opponents when your opponents
When
literally
you can
can't
just when
kill
you can just
you
kill them.
and you roll 75% on attack or whatever it is. Oh, 65,
Yeah, I'm not
excuse
gonna
me.
want this in my game against Titus. Like pretty much after I play you, I play Titus next. I'm not gonna want that at all or anything.
Okay. Ooh, let's see. Hold on. We need to get we need to get our far enough away thing. It's gonna go here. Well, okay, how can we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's fine. And that's fine. Okay. So attack of 4 down on the bear. That's killing damage. Not when you're rolling 50%. Oh, let's attack down again. Sure. Why not? Okay.
Damn, I'm not gonna want these stats at all next game.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call it after this third round. I don't know what to tell you. Got varianced to death. I just realized the funny thing is it actually didn't matter if I picked the if I banned the Rygarn pod or the 10th pod, I was still gonna get steamrolled either way.
Well, essentially, the plan was going to be always like the plan was almost always lead Frost Claws, see what they do. The difference is that there's a part of me that potentially shifts. Like the difference is with the Rhygarn build is if the Frost Claws die early, I can kind of shift into my next phase of things. With this build, I kind of have to be like, well, hope he doesn't get too much
They're
board
doing
control
what
while
they're
I'm
gonna
figuring out
do.
my next wave.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the game's gonna be over before you have to switch off of Frost Claws.
Mm, I'm not so
Yeah,
certain about that.
yeah. Okay. Hoping for a big, big block from that one. Here we go. This is our time to shine. Oh, there it is. Okay. Um, I mean, is there any way? Is there just any way? Sorry, I'm trying to think if there's even a point in playing this out. Um,
It's up to you.
I just don't see a situation where my last five, assuming I don't lose any more, my last five, uh, what are they called? 53rd
53rd
beat 8/10th.
with Raylan.
Um, with Raylan, yeah. Well, I wasn't
And
that worried
that's,
about Raylan. I was kind of hoping to trade either some 53rd or the Exiles for like a squad of 10th, and then I felt okay about Glenerva's chances actually. Um,
let me know. Do you want to keep playing or not?
uh, let's see. Let's sure, we'll do one more round just
Just to get a feel?
for just well, just so that it looks even worse and then I feel better about the decision. Um,
Fair enough.
let's see. Uh, whoops. Okay, sure. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fine. Did he run to get up there?
Yep.
That's nice. Okay, literally doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well,
With yeah, when you're rolling this good on attack, who needs it?
well, I mean, let's let's not pretend like your 50% defense didn't play a role in this either.
Oh yeah, no, my defense has been
It's
very good as
not.
well.
Oh, look at that though. My own 50% defense coming out. They've got three. Okay. All right, one on the 53rd, our last two fellas.
You got three, right? No, four.
Got four. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, look at that. Okay, and here. All right. We'll tag down. Oh, actually, yeah. I mean, I'm not expecting to kill him here, so we're gonna need then that second attack down, which is probably too little, too late. Oh, we couldn't even get that kill. That's embarrassing. Jesus. Yikes. All right. Well, yeah, we'll finish the 2 on 53rd. We're going to not move here, so we'll attack down 4v4, which we've put a lot of. Oh, I just realized this should have only been a 3v4. That is
Oh,
my
that's fine.
mistake. He actually shouldn't have taken a wound there.
Oh, that's
Um,
fine. I missed it too.
yeah, because now I'm realizing, yeah, what do I actually want to take a shot with? Because this guy probably can't even see this guy because these are the Lauer trees, right?
Yeah, I think you probably can. I don't know. I haven't really busted them out and played with them, so I don't know how thick they are.
Sure. We'll do the 3v4 down on the bear then, because that's I think my yeah I don't own. I guess I technically had a couple in the the battle box that I got before I sold all that terrain. I don't think I even took a look at the trees, other than just to sit them on the hexes and confirm that yes they do not quite line up properly. Um, I wonder what the odds are that I kill the bear 3v6. Oh, not too bad. With two of them. Okay. All right. If I kill two Necrotech here, we'll play it out. How about that?
Seems reasonable.
Uh, cool. Here we go. Let's do. Let's shoot here because that will free up this one. 3v4. Okay. All right. GG's. That was just brutal.
I mean, you did a wound.
It literally doesn't matter. With the last two Frost Claws and the Necrotechs, you will win the game before you even have to activate your other pod. Um,
That's fair.
yeah, that was an absolutely astonishing display of what happens when the dice are are one-sided. I mean, we were at I took a screenshot at the end of our first order marker on the second round, and you were at 75% attack dice and
Yeah.
51% defense dice, and I rolled a fair amount more. I rolled literally double the amount of attack dice, and I had only four more skulls than you did at 53%, and then 23% defense also didn't help me.
Yeah.
When I lost three, I lost three. Uh, what are they called?
353rd.
Man, I
See,
really cannot.
one of the
53rd.
plans was to see, I think if I had not really killed much, I probably just leave the bears there in like good positions. Um uh and then just shift over to some of my other army while the bears just kind of sit there and hopefully tank attacks. But when they started killing things, I was like, okay, this will just keep riding them.
Yeah. Well,
So
it. I mean, it literally didn't matter. Yeah, I expected the Bears to come in, uh, kill maybe one, like one of the ones on height, and even that is still only a 1 in 3 chance to get a kill. So perfectly reasonable that they just don't do anything, and then exiles pop off one or two of them. Now, to be fair, I really thought Bogburno would have helped me in this matchup, which is why he's sitting so
yeah,
far
no,
forward there.
I agree with you
Um,
on that. Exact. I was looking it up to be like, okay, how big of an aura radius is that? And then I saw
yeah,
smaller medium, and I was like, well,
but
it doesn't matter.
not that I would have like been like, oh, maybe I should have banned the Frostclaw pod. Like it wouldn't have changed anything. Other than I maybe would have had like a 53rd in that spot instead of Bachburner or something. Although it does help with the Necrotech Wraith Riders, I guess. But yeah, I just thought I'll
Yeah,
sit back. I'll sit back. Whatever you open with, I'll just pile up 53rd in that little like uh there's kind of a two choke points around the wall here, so I'll just pile them up and then hop exiles up into that spot and shoot, and then you push far enough forward, and you killed so many things that you actually broke a hole. And even winning that initiative with exiles, I don't think I killed a bear, did I? I maybe killed one.
no, I think you killed one. So
Um,
like, well, like the
but
thing
then the
was like
next
I was
turn,
this.
yeah, the next turn I
Yeah,
still had three more. I had four more attacks of three before, two attacks each on the bear. Pretty reasonable chance to kill one, if not two, and wound at least put some wounds on. And of course, they just
yeah,
weren't even close. And then the bears on the flip side with their 3v3s, and they were getting
yeah.
some 4v3s, but their 3v3s again in half the dice you killed three times the amount that I did. I mean, there's not even
Yeah.
there's no
So I mean,
because
my
yeah,
basic game plan was pretty much always going to be bears and necrotex try and kill as much as they can because I was fully expecting you to play pod games and was like honestly my best chance is to just mess with those pods as best I can and bears and necrotex are my best options for that. And then I was basically like pushing myself towards a and then Exiles, I think, might have honestly been the next play just because you'll have enough range that I can probably play some sneaky games, especially still in Raylan's Aura. The one of the thoughts that I originally had was shifting. So one of the things that I was contemplating doing um, had you let me replay my placement would have been put Raylan one step closer, so I can put Raylan here. Um, which you might start targeting her, but I honestly am kind of okay with that because
she's not
that's
gonna die. Yeah, I
she's
mean
not
that's
going to die
pretty.
quickly unless I roll really badly or you roll really hot. And but at that point, honestly, so when I was just like, honestly, just run the bears in, run the necrotex in, and honestly, the plan was just basically finish off with 10th because no matter because if you have if I've if it's Bach Burna at the end game, I can just shoot him from range. And if it is Glenerva, like Hani's Darkness, the 10th are perfectly fine to move up and uh, use the bayonets on you.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No,
I
well,
was basically like,
and
I felt pretty good no matter. I felt like I was like, if I can honestly, and yeah, it depended on how many. I was honestly kind of realizing like once I sent the Frostglass board, I was like, probably don't bring out the 10th for quite a bit because it's just so much harder for you to do things in the late game if I have 8/10. Still, thanks for the game.
yeah.
It was a good one.
Well,
Even if,
I don't know
even
about
if my
that,
dice
but
popped off, but I
yeah,
mean,
I've just been, man, the last 8 straight games, I've just been varianced to death, and I do not know what to do about it.
that
Um,
was so,
I ate that
I
big
will
bowl of
say
fruit, and I really just,
the first 4 months of this year, I felt like I was going through that. So I know your pain, where you're just like, cool, cool. I guess that's what's happening.
I
So,
when there's a 20 to 30% discrepancy in the dice stats in the middle of the second round, you like uh, like
there's only
the
so
game
much
is
you
just
can do.
unwinnable. The game is truly just unwinnable. And I do think actually if I had knaves, I would have done a lot better in the last 2 games.
I know I beat them
But the
in round two, but round one, they had Knaves and Bonnie, and Bonnie just straight up
Oh,
murdered one
interesting.
of my Frost Claws like first shot that she took on him. It was
Yeah.
very yeah.
I
It
like
was nope.
Yeah, I like Bach a lot. I really thought this was one with bonding. To be fair, the Exiles did a ton of work for me in the first 2 games, so it's
The Exiles are so good.
kind of a weird balance. But I think Bach Burna was literally a waste of space in basically every single game. So I think I needed something. I mean, any other. I think he's 110 in Delta still. Maybe he dropped down to
I
100.
think he's 100.
But there's still lots of AOA stuff that there's still plenty of AOA stuff that would have been a lot better if I wanted to
Was
keep the
this
Exiles.
was
Um,
this
yeah, he
did
is
you have
100.
how many so was he at 100 when Tommy posted this? Because I don't think he was.
Oh, I guess I don't know. Well, let's see. Now my AOA pod is 100 plus 80 plus. Oh,
90.
Glenerva is not on here. I guess
Never's
Glenerva
on
didn't get
90.
a.
She's on the pre-release builder.
So
She's
I'm
90.
I'm 30 points short. Yeah, so he might have been more expensive.
Yeah,
He was
honestly,
120 originally, I think.
125.
Yeah,
125.
so it
It's a
should have
shame
been
that
Frost
you like
Claws. Yeah.
well, let's see. So 75 plus 90 would be 165, right?
Yeah.
I think Drake AOA would have been way better.
Yeah, or even if I wanted like to keep a similar vibe, Raylin AOA would have done exactly what
Yeah,
Bach did, but better.
yeah,
But
agreed.
again,
Agreed.
I thought, I thought this was the squad that bonded. But I don't like I fell in love with the Exiles. They're fantastic. Um
Yeah.
like truly they're so good. They couldn't crack through 50% defense this game, which is not their fault because they were having to carry a pretty heavy load.
Well, yeah, that was kind of
Uh,
my thought process when I was figuring out what I wanted to ban. I was like, okay, 10th or uh what was it? Um or 53rd. And I was like, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, 53rd get two fewer attacks, and while they have higher base defense, they don't get bonuses for doing melee stuff, and I have enough melee people, so I was like, I think I could just straight up try and out attack him if he puts the exiles in a dangerous spot and I kill two of them. he's never going to get. I am basically getting more attacks per turn than him after that point. So it was like I felt like that was my best shot. And then if I had the Bears run forward and kill, I don't know, three or four 53rd, and if the Necrotex killed like two more, I felt really good about things after that point. It was like, yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, it was like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I was just basically like, I need them to. That's why I was prioritizing 53rd in the early game because I was like, the fewer of these things that he has running around, the less he can really play games with me, and the more
Yeah.
I can do things.
Well, I had kind of thought in my head that the 53rd would be happy to watch the Frost Claws run towards them because you're looking at two full turns of attacks before they actually get their full attack potential on you. Now, as we saw, they didn't need it at all. In fact, I
I
think
mean, that's
every
not.
I think 4 out of the 5 times that they ran, they got the kill.
Well, I mean, the thing was that it
um,
was like
absurd.
I was honestly like they were there to just kind of be blockers and like four defense and two life. It stands up to a lot of things, and since there was so much uh, jungle, and it was going to be very hard for you to get to a place where I didn't have height and jungle or something. Or in those early rounds, I had height and jungle and Raylan, or sorry, I had height and Raylan or jungle and Raylan. So it was like, yeah,
Yeah.
and
Well, but yeah, I
I was,
still just can.
yeah, no, I get the logic. I was just thinking like
There
I
was.
I feel like if I was to basically, I was like, the Bears are going in, and I'm riding them until they die, essentially. Well, not quite, but I mean, obviously, I brought in the Necrotech Raider, Necrotex after a little bit, but it was definitely like in the early game, I was just like, we're gonna have the Bears do what they can and try and tie up as many people as possible. Like, if I kill people, great, but I want to kill like several 53rd and try and just bottle them up, keep them from getting to good spots on the map, and go from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought I could completely stifle the Bears. I mean, I had a chance if the variance breaks the other way. I mean, 5 out of 6 is way less likely than 1 out of 6. So I had a chance to just pop off a bear on the very first turn, especially with two
Yeah,
attacks. And then you're down to 3, and then the Bears run in, and then I probably do come out with the exiles and use the pistol. I probably don't sit back. So I use the pistol, maybe I get lucky. I've got 4 attacks, 3v5, kill one more. If the Bears kill 2 exiles there, that's fine. I just finish off the Bears with exiles or 53rd, and I've lost the exiles for the Bears, which is a pretty fine trade. So that was the thinking. And then the Bears just, I mean, again, I
yeah.
pumped
I mean,
I
I
pumped
then probably
56
go to
attack dice
Necrotech
into them and
and
did 4 wounds.
yeah, Necrotech. The thing is, they can kind of mitigate your range boost at that point because I have such high movement and the chain grab. So
Yeah, I mean you're gonna get the first strike, but it's still a squad of 3 with pretty average defense. And again, Bogburna would actually
does
help
work
in that
does work on that. Yeah.
situation. So
I
so
mean, the
then I can
question
just
is if I'd be, yeah. So, but I mean, because of chain grab, I don't have to be in Blackburn as Aura.
no, but you do risk just not getting an attack that turn, which is
Sure.
which is pretty. I mean,
Yeah, it's one
you
of
know,
those things
it's
where
risky,
basically, yeah,
but
the plan was Frost Claws and Necrotex to try and just kill as much as they can
I
and
mean,
see what happens from there.
I think with the way you were rolling, you could have Raylan run up and just taken out half my start zone. I don't think it would have
Fair
mattered.
enough.
There's literally nothing I could have done. Um, yeah, Raylan. I guess yeah, Bach bonds, but so does Raylan. It's interesting that I guess Bach heals too. I'm just trying to wrap my head around this delta pricing here, but yeah, would that have been well? Because I submitted this before ScapeCon, Yeah,
Yeah,
so that would have been
the Delta
before the
hadn't
last
happened.
Delta
Hmm.
update. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because then otherwise everybody would have run 6x drow for their classic pod.
You can't. You can't. It's
Oh,
12 figure
was
limit.
there a figure
Yeah.
limit? Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Mm.
Gotcha.
No, that hit both of my last two opponents. Tommy had a 4x Buccaneer pod, and I'm like, you have to drop a full squad of those, and he's like, oh, I do. And Shurig
Oh
had to
no.
drop a trooper in our matchup. Was it Shurig? I don't remember if it was Shurig or not.
For the microcore?
Yeah. Microcore troopers. He had troopers X3 and Kira,
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
so he had to drop one.
Oh yeah, my opponent did too in the first round. I didn't even think about that. Whoops. Okay. Not that it mattered at all, because the exiles went absolutely nuts, but
Fair enough.
that
I
was yeah.
Yeah. Well,
They're an interesting little crew. I don't regret having them, but I regret having both them and Bachburna because
yeah, no, that makes
he
sense.
was fully he. I mean, I played 100 points down every game is pretty much what it boiled down to.
Well,
Um,
it's interesting because I know a bunch of people were wondering like, do I run the Frost Claws without any heroes? And I was like, honestly, I just liked more having more bodies.
yeah, they're solid. I still think they probably struggle into a higher activation range group of anything.
I could see that.
Because then Glenerva, man, Glenerva is a game changer, I think. I
I
think
think
she
she's really
will
good in these type of formats
I think
because
she will
pods are.
define yeah, I think she will define like the ranged meta moving forward because you like
Well,
man, the ability to
you can't shoot
dictate
from range though, right?
no, but the ability to dictate when it happens is incredibly powerful. Like there we take all the melee figures off the board and it's just 53rd versus 10th. You never I can guarantee that you never get Wait Them Fire. I can guarantee it as long as my X is always activated on the last order marker of the round. And it's fine if I don't get shots, but neither do you. And you're never going to be able to shoot because if I win initiative, then it drops, but then I just back up a little into 7 range and shoot you. Or you win initiative and you still can't shoot into the darkness because it's still active. So I can Glenerva literally guarantees that Wait Them Fire squads will never get Wait Them Fire. It's it's so strong. It's so strong. And it was the same way into the microcore matchup the first game. I mean, it just stunted their ability to do anything. And even though I couldn't shoot, I would just take the time to develop, uh, and then my opponent would develop, and then I would pop out and get the first attacks and higher quality attacks. Um, yeah, I really think she is going to see some very top tier play. Now this turned into a melee matchup, so she didn't do anything for me. Um,
Yeah, I'm
but
not as fully. I'm convinced that she's going to have some very good matchups, but I don't.
I mean,
I think I think for me, what it is that I feel like I guess for me, it's the question of maybe I am underestimating her. I think for me, I'm just sort of like it feels like one of those things where um
I mean, you never got to
I don't
see
know.
it this game, which is unfortunate. I think you would have been
It's one of those things where it's
you,
like I'm not quite sure
you
what.
would have been unpleasantly surprised. You would have I think you would have very quickly realized how difficult she is to play into.
Okay.
When
I
you
mean,
just
admittedly, like I
never.
said, I feel like it would have been more the case if I had B11s because B11s don't really have an answer to, um, because with the 10th, I can just get my bayonets in then.
Yeah, but they still have to get. Then you're drawn out of Raylan's aura, and I'm fine with that too.
Sure. I
Plus
mean,
they still have
honestly, I will
five
say
move into
one of the,
seven range, so
yeah, well, one of the things that was like that I will say banning the Rhaegar pod did because I did think about something like this, and I will say with the Rhaegar pod, I was definitely like, I was expecting to play with the Rhaegar pod, and I was like, well, if he uses Glenevra, then I'll just swap it over to one of my melee squads. So,
right.
um,
Yeah.
which I guess that might have been that was a good call on that front, but I mean, yeah, it ended up not mattering because my melee squads just did work.
Yeah, you didn't.
I guess for me, I'm how do I put this? I definitely think she's going to be very good in formats like this. I guess I'm not as certain that she's going to be as game defining in large in games with lots of commons. Does that make sense?
I mean, I'm not saying she's like Q9 level, but and especially yeah, because melee builds do exist, so you risk running into like knights or heavies where she's effectively useless,
So
and that is a risk.
I am. It's one of those things where it's like I feel like in these kind of like potty draft things, she's going to be very powerful.
Yes. Well,
I'm not as convinced in like cheese metas that she's going to be dominant.
oh
But
no,
we'll see.
no. Well, man. Well, again, because you can still run into full melee, and then
Yeah.
you're wasting 90 points. But she even the second game. Now, granted, it was not a very good Quahan army. It was just Quahan, Frostclaws, and a couple other things. But I mean, she totally stinted what Quahan was able to do. Um,
Oh, interesting.
Basically, I mean, she basically forced Quahan into melee in order to get off multiple chain lightning attacks because the chain lightning actually if because it targets figure to figure can actually cut through the darkness a little bit, but then like it forced Quahan into my start zone and then Exiles just annihilated Quahan. um
So honestly, I will say in
I
VGs, I think the two builds that seem most likely to run her, uh, probably the micro build, and the Rygarn plus Uniques build feels like it could run her.
oh, interesting. Sure. Does Rygarn, yeah, you could swap like an X onto Glenerva to activate it if you really want to be tricky, right?
Well, and it also it allows you to be able. I don't think you can swap X's, but if you put the X order marker on her every round, you can basically make it so that feels like an army that could get a ton of value out of it. The problem is I'm not sure what you drop to get her.
Right. I guess. Well, that yeah, I mean that army, the army is anti-range in the sense that Q9 exists.
Yeah, it's
So
got Q9, it's got
so
Root Struts, it's
you
got
just
Morrow Warriors, it's got a fair bit of range in it. So I don't know.
yeah. So
Maybe if it's at a weird, awkward point total where if you bring Morrow Warriors, you have 40 points left over, and it's like, what am I doing with that? Then it's like, well, maybe I just
oh,
bring Glenevra instead, and just
sure. Yeah, and I think
yeah.
she will also like there's certain, because she just yeah, she shuts down dragons too, like to a devastating degree. I think it comes down to like, do you think this is going to be a more range heavy or more melee heavy if you're bringing them in like a bring one.
Yeah,
um
I honestly, well, in the like contemporary format where you only are playing with AOA stuff, there's some strong ranged units, but I don't think there's anything that's like so good that she feels like it feels like some of the strongest stuff is more melee based. So it feels like bringing her isn't as good, but who knows? We'll
well,
see.
and it
There might
depends
be.
on like Delta will help her. I'm sure, just because all the good stuff gets more expensive. But like here it was like each pod is 300 points and 12-figure limit delta pricing, and at the time it was literally like there. I mean, everyone is going to play range for either classic or melee, right? I mean, how many tenth, how many microcore builds were
Yep.
there? Um,
Yeah.
as stingers, there's a Mohicans build. Uh, so so it was like she was just to me she was an intuitive pick because I built my pods in order. So I built the classic, and then the I built the VC, and then it was like, okay, so everyone is just gonna bring range to this. I should bring Glenerva.
Yeah,
Um,
it makes sense. And I think with yeah, I think the Bachburn is really the only misstep in that pod. Um
yeah,
I
well,
do yeah,
yeah. I mean, yeah, not even a misstep. Just that's like a misstep is like well, yeah, I guess an avoidable mistake. That was really that was more like shooting myself in the foot than like a stumble. Uh
fair.
because that was
For me
like
it
just
was
fully
like
avoidable.
for me for me I realized fairly early on I was like, well, the Rygarn and B11 and Red Soul's like that's just really good. Like those squads are both really good. They both do different things, and Rygarn is just gonna be good in pod no matter what. And then it was kind of just looking through the rest of it and being like, well, I could go 3 times 10th, but 2 times 10th and Raylan makes you have to think about it some because then you're like, well, it's less 10th, but I'm also giving you Raylan, and Raylan's gonna help my other stuff. And I originally had Sir H's pod of um, Frostclaws, Irene, and I think Anshu, whatever the filler is there. And then I just
Oh,
kind of was thinking
names.
about it more after, especially after I don't remember what it was, but something happened where the exiles like popped off at something. But did this event drop before EscapeCon or after?
Before, yeah, because I submitted
Yeah,
before I knew which thing was
yeah.
which.
So, because well, I
And
remember
but
Exiles doing well in something. Maybe it was like at one of like oh you know what it might have been might have been Gen Con that they started the Exiles people were like the Exiles are really popping off and I was like you know what if I put Frostclaws and Exiles in the pool and I was like do I have another one and then I was like I mean Wraith Riders are another squad why not and I was like if I have I trust my ability to be able to play order marker games fairly well. And if I have Rygarn, I don't even have to worry about it. So I was like, yeah, let's just go all squads, more bodies. Give up bonding, but I get but it was the only way I could get Frostclaws and Exiles, which felt like the two best AOA squads you could get.
yeah, yeah, Exiles for sure are definitely uh yeah. I mean, probably right behind Frostclaws, but yeah, Exiles are just super solid. Especially in this yeah kind of jank pod draft thing. I did think about trying to take Iron Lick as
Yeah,
well,
could have been
but
interesting.
couldn't didn't feel I don't know, couldn't quite fit it in. But yeah, I mean, my AOA pod was just, broken from the start, and I got decent matchups the first two games, but then, uh, uh, once again, variance to death in the last game with cheap rolling like 5 out of 7 on concealments or something, and then,
Yeah.
uh, just regular old dice this game, which was kind of a nice change of pace.
Oh,
Because
sorry, it was Frostclaws, Knight,
the
Irene, and
D20, it's
Knaves.
been
That's what it was. It wasn't Onshoot, it was
yeah,
Knaves.
knaves on
Squad of
their
Knaves
own are
fighting.
pretty. Ugh.
I was like, I was basically just bodies for like the end game sort of thing, and I was like, honestly, let's just get exiles because they're just better.
Yeah,
If I'm not gonna have bonding for both my squads, I was like, honestly, let's just get three really because like and so yeah, what the Frost Claws kind of ended up doing was less being more a force on their own and just being like a hey, let's just straight up attack with yeah, just just have them be massive blockers. So
All right.
yeah,
Well, I'm gonna go eat lunch because it is well
sounds
past
good.
lunch for me.
I
But
have to go play Night of Light in OHS here
oh
pretty
yeah,
soon,
it's still early
and
for you. Yeah. Nice.
yeah,
Good luck in the
quarterfinals.
top cut. Oh, well, that
Yeah, we'll
too. I
see.
mean,
It is technically
um
quarterfinals, but yes, it
uh
is also top cut.
oh, wait, for OHS
Yeah,
or OST?
for OHS.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're
Gotcha. I
saying
was
good
saying
luck in the
for
top cut for
yeah, yeah, yeah.
OST. Got it. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought you were saying in the OHS games coming up. I
Well,
got you.
but both
Okay.
of course, but yes, we will
Yeah.
now we're now guaranteed to have a new champion this season. I
Yeah, should
we
be
we
interesting.
could not manage to gatekeep. Actually, both Foods and Chris and I did not do super well. None of us even made it to the playoffs, which is interesting. This season will be kind of a weird one. Um, yeah, looking forward to seeing how that plays out, but not complaining. I think it will be good because I'll have a pretty nice break here with no OHS and no OST. I may even just drop from random draft just to take like a good month off and see if my luck can't sort of reset here.
Completely
Because
fair.
if you look
Completely
at that
fair.
screenshot I posted in the Discord, it's
I
like
did. I
comical.
did.
It's
That's
comical. Like
that's horrifying.
it's
Yeah,
like
no, like
truly 30, like almost a 30%. And granted, we hadn't rolled that many dice at that point, but like the way it works is always just as likely to be that good as that bad, and the fact that they
yeah.
all managed to be that good for you and that bad for me, like for both, was just yeah,
Yeah.
nothing much to do about that.
And
So
the attack dice
plus
wasn't
I've got
bad, but it was only slightly above average. And when I'm rolling way above average defense,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But we've got Lincoln seasonal coming up in 2 weeks, so I've got that to look forward to, and then we'll have our little spooky streamathon on which I haven't gotten the players list. I don't know if you want to
Oh
say,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
are you in the tournament? We will know who all the players are, I guess. So you could spoil that, I think. Don't tell us who you are if you are, but
I
we'll
know
have a
what's
list.
happening, and I think that anything more that I say is probably not going to be helpful.
Okay. Well, I'm saying I might recruit you to be a co-caster at some point.
I will say
Maybe.
this. If you recruit
If
me to be a co-caster, I will, and I am involved theoretically, I will not spoil anything that I would theoretically know.
okay. Well, yeah, because if you are, I guess you wouldn't know either. You would only know who you are. So
If
I
I'm
guess
involved, I would only know who I am.
yeah. But I'll get the list from Biga here soon because I need to start. I need to like actually schedule games and stuff. So there'll be plenty of things to do for me in
Okay,
October here, Scape wise.
cool.
So
Well,
yeah,
looking forward to that. That should be a lot of fun.
yes, I'm very excited. And for Lincoln seasonal too, we're giving away
Yeah, it should be
stories.
fun.
That'll be cool. Um, I got registered to be a retailer, so I can order
Hey,
prizes and stuff now without having to go through mana, which was just
that's nice.
such a huge pain. Um, yeah. So yeah, good luck in your top cuts, plural. Um,
Thanks.
and
It's been a minute since I've had since
is
because
this
it's
your
been like I said, I've been in your position for it feels like the first not quite half of the year, more like first third of the year where it was like, cool, cool. I'm just going through an awful run of things. And I will admit quite a few of the not quite a few, but some of those I absolutely did not do myself any favors. I definitely chose some armies that were like, these aren't pretty.
yeah?
But yeah,
I
it's definitely
well, and it's so
yeah,
funny because I did truly so well at ScapeCon, like about as good as anyone could hope for.
yeah. No,
And
you had a
then
fantastic
just
game.
immediately lose eight. I think it's been 8 or 9 straight online games. So just to go from that to like where I felt like I had not a bone to pick, what's the word? Felt like I had something to prove, and then just like immediately just get trounced for 9 straight online games. It's been weird. I think I maybe like siphoned all of my luck into those
Well,
dice
so
rolls, and then I got
it's
COVID, and then it
possible.
was all downhill from
I
there.
mean, I definitely like to joke that I have my luck seems to like siphon from one place to the other because like while I was having all of those awful HeroScape games, I was hitting every single lucky thing that I could as far as finding a house, and it was like, you know what?
Oh,
Okay,
right.
fine, I'll take that trade.
Well, that's the thing. Nothing has happened recently where I'm like, damn, I got really lucky with this like life thing. It's just kind of been normal, I think. At least
Yeah,
nothing
well,
stands out that feels like it should counterbalance for like what just happened today or like
fair
what
enough.
what has been happening the last couple games. Because man, it's really sad when you play like 2 games with Nighthawk in a row and then you turn around and your opponent with like a higher threshold D20 ability does way better than you, and you're like, I just like
Yeah,
when will it break my way that I'm the one that rolls above
fair. You don't
average?
know. Yeah, I've been there. I know that my game with Nidhogg, I literally just was like, we're just gonna keep running around the board, doing things, and trying to keep you from getting attacks on me.
Man, he's yeah.
So,
Anyway, is this your first? I I can't quite remember. Is this your first OST playoffs, or have
it
you?
feels like it, but I think I made
Because
playoffs in one other instance.
okay, I think I
I
like
think I made it
checked.
in like the Storm year.
Oh, okay.
That feels right. But
Because
I
I
think
think I
other than that,
checked
I've just
the
yeah,
the
something always
standings
knocks me out.
once, and you were like perfectly even. It was kind of beautiful, honestly. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Someone will join us in the exclusive club here. We tried to
I'd love to be
gatekeep.
that person, but
We
I don't know
we
if I will be.
we we tried to gatekeep as hard
IHA,
as we could.
IHA, and I really like IHA's builds. Um,
Yeah.
KOL's probably got some solid stuff if he wins. Who else do I like? Uh, Tiamat's solid. Darkleaf is solid. Uh, yeah, there's a lot of people that feel like they could do it. I mean, Sheep's been on a tear, so who knows?
That's true. Sheep's been siphoning my luck recently. It's like the yin yang. He's just taken everything and flipped it. All
Fair
right,
enough.
but yes,
All right,
I'm gonna hop off for
I'll
lunch
let you
here.
get
I'm
to
getting hungry.
lunch, and I'll reach out to KOL. So,
Yeah.
anyone who's watching the stream, there's going to be another game here pretty darn soon.
Yes. Go yeah, go take a look at Dysole stream. If anyone is watching. I just realized I did not have chat up at all. This
How dare you?
stream. So,
How dare you?
whoops. If anyone was chatting, I'm so sorry. I ignored you. It was not intentional. Um, all right. Yeah. Have a good rest of your morning. Yeah, I'll see you around. All right. Well, that was absolutely brutal, but not much more to say about that. I think I'm actually going to drop from the random draft and just take a hard reset from playing online Scape for a month. It feels like I need that. I mean, there's it's just I don't know how you make an argument for like like you watch all of the last 8 games and at some point something in some insane string of variants happens that just puts me in the ground. So I think we're gonna just reset and come back for the next OST and OHS seasons. I think that sounds really nice, honestly, and CCL at some point. So think is it in October? When's the next CCO? Oh, it's November. Okay, it's all the way out there. Okay, yeah, that's all we got to say about that. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in a while.